Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So here we are on episode 28. We're going to call this episode Laugh in Yo Ass Off. I have two incredible guests tonight. Our returning friend, the Playboy Terric Higgins.
How's everybody doing?
And comedian Jerry Lee Harper. Terric, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to pass to you. I want you to introduce yourself to the audience, tell them a little bit about yourself, and then we'll pass to Jerry and do the same thing.
All right. Well, everybody, like I said, my name is Terric Higgins, the Playboy. I'm ex-military, 12 years U.S. Army. Served our country, did 2 tours in Iraq. Served in Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom. Infantry, 82nd Airborne Division, all that good stuff. And then after I retired, I got into comedy. And I've been doing that for about 12 years now. And my company's called No Work All Play Entertainment. And I've been doing shows, touring all over the place. So
I've been fortunate enough. This is the second time that you've been on the show. I came out and I saw one of the shows that you put on at Bad Habits. It was incredible. I had a blast. We have another show like that we're going to plug after this. Jerry, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about yourself and your history as a comedian and what you have going on locally?
Yeah, grew up not too far from here in Montgomery County. I would say probably around 2001, started a career in insurance. I'm sure you all probably seen that duck commercials, Aflac. Did that for 10 plus years. Around that time, I kind of started to kind of migrate to the West Virginia area. My family, mother was currently residing in West Virginia, and I was the last sibling to come visit. And, it was kind of funny because once I came out here, because, I'm thinking, West Virginia? Like, I didn't go to any field trips to West Virginia. I didn't know anyone in West Virginia. And it's kind of funny because my sister, she's, I tell people I was raised by 2 women, and they're like, lesbians? I'm like, no. I was raised by my mother and my older sister. And, thank God for my older sister. I couldn't imagine life without her because my mother was, being the breadwinner, And it was my sister who raised me and my little brother, but my sister gives the worst advice, right? Here's my mother who doesn't drive, and my sister's telling her to come move to West Virginia, right? I'm like, how's she's going to get around? Right? They don't even have buses out there. Come to find out, y'all do have buses out here, but they only come once a week. So finally, I'm the last sibling to come. My brother actually was attending Martinsburg High School, wrapping up his last year of high school. And I finally come probably around the holiday time, and I'm like, this isn't so bad after all. First of all, I was shocked at how soon I got to West Virginia, right? I didn't realize I was only an hour and a half away. I'm thinking West Virginia, I'm thinking 5 hours. I'm thinking of Charleston, West Virginia.
Right.
And so, of course, once I got out here and met some of their, neighbors and friends, I'm like, wow, I see why y'all like this place so much. Everyone knows each other. Everyone's dated each other. Everyone's related. Like being on an episode of Cheers. Before you know it, I was moving out here, and the rest is history. In terms of how I got into comedy, like I said, I was kind of wrapping up a career, and my brother mentioned that he was at a comedy show, and I'm like, what? Where are you at, DC? And he's like, no, I'm over here at Dirty Dogs in Martinsburg, and I'm like, okay, cool. And I said, well, I'll make sure to check it out, and I did. And the guy who was hosting the show at the time, his name is Greg Williams. Shout out to Greg, good guy, out in, I think, Leesburg area, Virginia now. And I remember going, and, he was doing his thing. They had a couple of, guys up there doing their thing. And next thing you know, he was like, hey, man, who anybody want to try this out? And I raised my hand. So I always loved comedy. I always been the class clown and telling jokes and things like that as far as I can remember. So, of course, I raised my hand, and I wasn't expecting him to just put the mic in my face though. Like, like no, not right now. Give me a week to kind of figure some things out, and that's what I did. And like I said, the rest is history.
That's awesome. Let's talk about some of the shows that you have coming up. We'll go ahead and plug the big one that we mentioned earlier. Okay. This is it a Friday or a Saturday?
It's a Friday.
Friday, September the 5th. I want both of you guys to talk about the bill, some of the comedians that are on there, some of the ones that you think are really, and everything you can do to get the audience to come out.
Okay, well, our headliner is Christy Miller. She's coming all the way out from New York. She's been all over the place. She's been on a TV show, Boy Meets World. Mm-hmm. She's been at, let me tell you who she's opened up for. Paul Mooney.
Okay.
Late, great Paul Mooney. Andrew Dice Clay. She just got off tour with Andrew Dice Clay. She's performed at all the big comedy clubs from Gotham to what's the one out there in L.A. Comedy Store. She's been doing this for over 20 years, doing stand up. So she's no rookie to the game. She's very well seasoned. Mm-hmm. We also got Ronnie Long, Def Comedy Jam, BT Comic View. I mean, that right there lets you know right there he's no rookie either. Right. And my good brother John the Preacher Thompson. He's my very first comedy show I ever did was with his brother John Thompson. I did a show with him in Hagerstown, and my brother Tay Boogie. It got me into comedy. He's now in Michigan, I think. But he said, "Man, I see you cracking jokes on Facebook. Come try out comedy." I went out there, did a good 5 minutes, and I was opening for John Thompson. So, like I said, I've been in like 12 years now, and very funny brother's been on stage with some more, Gary Owens, you name it. He just got recently. He was on America's Got Talent. So the brother's a very funny brother.
Good.
Yeah, very funny brother. Then you got my boy co-featuring AJ the Terric coming out from Virginia Beach. You got Connor Williams. That's out here in Martinsburg,
local guy.
Berkeley Springs. My brother right to my right here, Jerry L. Harper, very funny brother. Ace Jackson, I think he's coming from Alexandria. And, of course, myself, the Playboy. So it's going to be a great show. Make sure y'all come in and check it out. Like I said, man, it's going to be probably one of the best comedy shows you've ever experienced. Friday, September 5th at 8 o'clock.
At Bad Habits here in Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Yes. Yep.
George O'Connell better share this damn episode. It's Jerry Lee, Harper. So from that bill, who are some of your favorite performers that are on there? And what my first question is, how did you guys meet? And what's it like as a comedian to be on his bill? How far ahead does he reach out to you? How are these things put together?
Yeah. Terric, he's a true professional. One thing is that he's going to throw a great show. Mm-hmm. He's going to promote it. He's well connected in the community. He gives you ample enough time to make sure you're prepared and you know what's going on. He's going to, reach out to you. Hey, you wanted some intro music, and so on and so forth. And, he lets you do your thing.
Yeah.
He's not one of those people that comes up and try to all right, so you don't want to say this, you don't want to say that. You might offend. He lets you. He's a comedian's comedian. He lets you do your thing. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Stephen Grant, is he helping you with this show as well? I think he kind of DJ'd the last time.
Yeah, the funny thing you asked that question because Stephen Grant is actually who started this. Mm-hmm. He hit me up on Facebook Messenger. It was like, hey, let's start doing comedy in Martinsburg. And I just did my very first show. I'm like, dude, I'm not even seasoned yet to do this. But I said, you know what? Let's do it. Mm-hmm. It sounds good. There's nothing going on in Martinsburg. It's boring. Let's do something different. So Stephen Grant bought the idea, but we ran with it back in I think it started in 20. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's definitely been 12 years. And he started it up, and and I took off with it ever since.
Yeah, it's great. Jerry, let me ask, you've performed in Martinsburg before. What are the audience like? What's that engagement like? Good experience? Please share.
Yeah, no, great experience. Of course, you have, your hecklers, but for the most part, my experience has been great. Love performing in West Virginia. One thing about West Virginia is people like to have a great time.
Yeah.
They like to come out, have a great time, support local comedy, support local artists, and take their hats home, right? So yeah. Nothing but good experiences.
It's funny to think about Bad Habits as this like multi, it's such a simple venue, but they have all kinds of stuff,
right?
Punk rock, wrestling. They have professional wrestling there, comedy shows. So I love Bad Habits. I love that it is a very non-traditional space. Like they have all kinds of different things going on.
If I can, I'll say one more thing. It's kind of like a full circle moment because George also owned Dirty Dogs.
Wow. Okay.
So now that
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So now that we're having a show.
Right.
At Bad Habits.
Yeah. He also has Big Timber too. Don't forget he got Big Timber now too. So.
And he had O'Connell's Irish Pub. Nick and I both enjoyed that. We went out there to see Brandon Wright perform coming out of the pandemic.
Yeah, Brandon Wright, yeah.
Let's pull
That's a good
up
dude too, Brandon Wright.
Brandon,
I did show with Brandon too.
Yeah, he's been on this show. We love Brandon. We've known him. I thought we met him during the pandemic. Love what he does for the local scene. Love to watch him perform. He's an incredible entertainer.
Very good entertainer.
Let's talk about these paint nights. I want you to tell our audience what these, because we have several of these that we're going through. So take a moment. Paint the picture of what this painting thing is.
All right. So we did our very first show last Friday in Hagerstown, Maryland, at the Hub City Cellar in Hagerstown. And it was a very interesting event. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how to paint, but I painted actually I did my second and third painting last Friday, and it was a mess. But we had a good time. So you come in, you know what I'm saying, you get your easel, you get your what is that called? Your the board canvas, you go, thank you. You get your canvas and
palette, you get palette, brushes, cutter, what else?
You get all your painting equipment to paint, and then your instructor comes up, she's a speed painter, she shows what you're gonna paint, and she gives you instruction, and you guys start sipping, you start painting, and then I come in and I give you the jokes, and it's just one big gigantic night of entertainment.
Everyone has a good time. Right. Jerry, let me ask, and let's plug the date. Go ahead and give the specifics on this one, Terric.
Yeah, so September 11th at 7 o'clock, we'll be at Tipsy Teas in Morgantown, West Virginia.
Morgantown, wow.
Morgantown, yes, sir.
Now, how many have you done shows in Morgantown
This will be my first time in Morgantown.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. I wish you well there.
Yeah. Tipsy, I've never been to Tipsy Teas either, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Been a long time since I've been to Morgantown, but with the university there, it'd be real.
I'm sure it's going to be
Yeah.
And we got a great show, as you see. We got Howard G headlining this show. I don't know if you're familiar with Howard G. If you're from the DMV area, you should know he had a commercial out years ago. Citizen Insurance, Kiss My Bumper.
No way, that's the Kiss My Bumper.
There you go, that's him.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that commercial.
Yes.
Yeah, that made him fairly famous.
There you go.
I had no clue he was a comedian.
And he also transforms into Grandma G. So So he does a Grandma G.
He would play a couple of different characters. And he used to have the cute girls that would dance with him, too. I remember his. That's funny.
Yeah, very seasoned brother. He's been on stage with Martin Lawrence and Dave Chappelle, and the list goes on and on. He's been in the game for a very long time, and he's actually one of my mentors coming into the game. So it's good to have him on the card. And of course, like I said, my brother Jerry Harper's on the card. I got one of my good brothers, JoJo Baby, and my girl Kool-Aid coming out from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
So JoJo Baby from Baltimore is on this ticket.
Yes, he's on.
And look, I want JoJo to know I'd love to have you on the show. I thought you were funny as fuck, dude.
You heard him.
I saw you in Martinsburg. I thought that was some exceptional stuff. That dude is really a funny guy. Yeah,
right. And also let me get a shout out to my girl Angelina Gigatti. She's the painting queen. She's a speed painter. She's the one that got me involved in this event, and we're gonna be doing a lot of these shows in Martinsburg, Pennsylvania. We're gonna do some shows in Philadelphia. We're gonna be all over the place. So, also, if you want us to come to you, we'll come to you. So just reach out and we'll make that trip to you to put on some great events for you.
Pull up our next one, and then we're gonna take a break from the flyers, and we're gonna go over the story you were talking about downstairs.
Gotcha.
This show that's coming up. Plug this one.
Yeah, it's a Virgo party. Yeah, it's going on September 12th. Me and my brother David Funnyman Green will be hosting it. Well, David Funnyman Green will host an event. I'll be performing. Great card. We got a comedian Teddy, JoJo Baby will be on the card. Headline of the event will be Althea McFarlane. Got my good brother Nemo the Late Bloomer, AJ the Tunnel Rat, hip hop comic, and the birthday girls Nancy and Kathy Frazier. It's going to be their birthday, so they're going to turn up, of course. And any other Virgos that's in the area, come on out. If you're in Cumberland, come on out. We're going to be at the Event Center. This is going to be their first comedy show at the Event Center. So I'm excited about tearing it up.
How'd the shows go at Misos? You did Misos.
Yes.
How's that?
Miso's actually a very
That's a beautiful
nice
space, isn't it?
Yes, they give me a lot of freedom there, and I
Yeah.
love them. I love them very much. They give me a lot of freedom to do.
Now, did they do the show down in the basement?
Basement or in the ballroom? They got a ballroom upstairs.
Yeah,
so.
see, Nick and I are very familiar with it because of Savage Mountain Punk Arts. We recorded Savage Mountain Punk Festival there a couple of years, so that's how I learned about Misos. Share with the audience, when you first came on, we did, a little conspiracy theory at the end. We talked about Dave Chappelle and the dress.
Right.
And, this one I didn't prepare anything, but you tell the following story, and let's discuss this one. The story about the murder.
Oh, wow. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We had lost a great DMV comedian, I want to say this Saturday or Sunday, this last Saturday or Sunday, Reggie Carroll. He was for what I was told, what I'm hearing is he was on tour with Cat Williams. As you know, Cat Williams, one of the biggest names in the industry. Yeah, one of the biggest names in comedy, and he was on tour with him and our Reggie Carroll, one of the legends of DMV, was gunned down. There's a bunch of rumors. I don't know what's true in that. I'm not going to say what's true. There's a rumor that he was gunned down at Cat Williams' house. There was a rumor that he got gunned down outside of Cat Williams' house, brought back to Cat Williams' house. But what we do know is that the person that shot and killed him was one of Cat Williams' bodyguards. So,
just a crazy story.
Yeah.
Just a crazy story. Had you heard about it before today? Share what you know about it or what you have heard.
Yeah, like Terric said, he was, legendary comedian out of the Baltimore area. Just incredible guy, incredible smile. Haven't heard anything bad about him. I personally don't know him. Wasn't very familiar with him, but I know a lot of the comedians that did know him had nothing but great things to say. And it's just a very unfortunate situation, and I guess I just have to wait and sit back and see how it all unfolds.
Yeah,
in the end.
One of the things, like with comedians, there always tends to be this connection of tragedy and comedy, right? I'm thinking of like Phil Hartman, Belushi, all that. There's always Robin Williams. Robin Williams.
That was tragic.
So,
tragedy, but not violence. Violence is usually a rapper thing,
right?
Usually we don't get too many comedians getting shot down. So when I heard that, I'm like, oh, I guess it's our time. But tragedy, but not violence.
What, as a comedian, what motivates you to want to pursue this lifestyle, to do the stand-up? And the same question to you. Why are you passionate? Why do you want to share your life and pursue stand-up comedy?
Well, just like my brother, I was always a class clown at school. My teachers told me I wouldn't amount to nothing. They said, "You gonna grow up and be a clown." I said, "Okay, well, look, 20 years later, I'm pretty close." But yeah, man, at school, man, I was always cracking jokes, making people laugh. I never thought in a million years when I moved to West Virginia that I'd be going into comedy. I didn't think that was even possible. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna relax and get old and fat and and retire. But I was like, I picked up with it so fast. Honestly, what's funny is, I'm gonna tell you this funny thing is, I didn't get on Facebook until I got to West Virginia. I never was on social media at all. Period. I came to West Virginia. I was like, man, this is boring. I gotta do something. Didn't take myself. Got on Facebook, met my brother, a good brother of ours, Tay Boogie. He was a comedian out in Martinsburg, and he was like, dude, you're funny on Facebook. Why don't you try stand-up comedy? Went to a show in Hagerstown they was doing. Like I said, I met John Thompson, opened up for him, and it's been a roller coaster ever since, man. I love it. I mean, I love making people laugh. There's nothing like it. Another thing I don't tell too many people is also I'm nonprofit. So all my shows that I get, I give out to different organizations, the homeless, Boys and Girls Club, whoever needs help. I donate money. So, God's been blessing me, man. People ask me, how do you do it? How do you do shows and not pocket nothing? God blesses me, man. God got me out of danger zone in Iraq. Yeah, brother. Hey, I love getting back to the community, man. That's my part of that. Always giving back to the community, man. That's my service from.
I know when Willard was on with you last time, we talked about the mission. I eat at the mission. I enjoy the mission. I think it's one of Martinsburg's best charity. Jerry, same question for you. You're pursuing this. This has been part of your life for a couple of decades now. Why?
I guess you are what you repeatedly do. Making people laugh, telling jokes has just always been me as far as I can remember. As far as I can remember existing, right? Just coming up, just making, mostly entertaining my family members. It started off, imitating Michael Jackson, and then it kind of morphed into telling jokes and just seeing how that put a smile on my mother's face. And I would always come home, tell her stories, and then it kind of morphed into, as I got older, having those conversations with her over the phone and cracking her up and her just saying, man, you missed your calling, right? You missed your calling. And as a parent, that's what we do. We're here to kind of guide our kids and help nurture their skills and their gifts, and then try to point them in the right direction where we believe they should go, right? That's kind of part of the responsibility of being a parent. And that was what she was doing. She was trying to tell me, you should be doing something along the lines of telling jokes and making people laugh, and not to get all corny, and but I do also believe that laughter is the best form of medicine. In a world that we're in, bring laughter and smiles to people's faces isn't a bad thing.
The most difficult times, you can always, a laugh at the most difficult times.
Exactly.
Let's plug a few more of your events, and then we'll get into a little bit more.
Right.
What's our next one up, Nick? Hit it, Terric.
Yeah, so September 13th, the day after the Virgo party, we have a sip and dip party going on at the VFW in Cumberland. So it's got another good event. We got my brother, hip-hop comic, coming out from Philadelphia, and we got my man, David Funny Man Green out of Cumberland. So it's gonna be a great event. Like I said, painting, sipping, joking, stroking, all that good stuff, and dipping.
Sounds like my kind of party.
So like I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of these events, man, regularly. And definitely in Martinsburg. We're definitely gonna do something different with this in Martinsburg, because I don't think we have any painting events in Martinsburg. So we have some of them coming up in Martinsburg real soon.
Let's pull up the 18th. And where's this one at?
And this one is in Uniontown Country Club on September 18th. So it's a Thursday at 7 o'clock. Another great show. I'm actually going to be hosting this one. Got my girl, Just Chanel, Queen of Pittsburgh Comedy, is going to be headlining this show. She's been on stage with some more and many other good names in comedy. Got 2 young comedians. Got comedian Tone Loke. And I think the girl's name is... can't remember her name. I think it's Ja Ray. I think Ja Ray's the other female comedian on the card. So yeah, that's gonna be at Uniontown Country Club in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, and another great event, man. Another great event.
Let's plug the October 3rd, and then we're gonna hold the last 2 one. This is October 3rd. Plug it hard.
Yeah, this show actually changed. This show actually changed last minute. I didn't get a chance to update it with you all, but we're gonna have Tony Rogers headlining the card. My man Damian Robinson is going to be featured on the card. AJ the Tunnel Rat is going to be on the card, and of course my brother Jerry Harper is going to be on the card, and that's going to be in Berkeley Springs.
Oh, cool.
October 3rd at Angus and Ale Steakhouse.
All right, nice.
So that'll be in Berkeley Springs.
All right, Jerry, let me ask some of your favorite comedians and give our audience like a little bit of what they can expect from your act when you come on stage. What are you trying to go for as a comedian?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, a lot of my heroes have passed on. Not to be too morbid, but no, I like guys like, of course, the GOAT, Richard Pryor. Lately, I've been listening to and watching a lot of Bill Hicks stand up, and the one thing those two have in common is just tremendous range. They can do impersonations, they can do act outs, and they're both in their own kind of way are just incredibly funny. So, I try to, if possible, bring a little bit of that into my act, a little bit of performance of artists, and but at the end of the day, just try to be as funny as possible.
How do you put your material together? I was thinking with JoJo, right? He tells a story, right? And the one, I told you the one I thought was so funny was he was telling a sex story, and in it he's dropping flea spray behind his shoulder blades, and he's physical. I mean, you're there. You're there.
Yeah. I get most of my inspiration from life. Various setbacks, misfortunes, pain, ultimately, right?
Share one with us.
Oh, wow. Let's see. I usually start off my show, not to, step on my toes or anything, but I usually just talk a little bit about how I wind up here, and I always talk about, how I grew up in Maryland, right? And I usually get boos, at that point, right? Because it seems like West Virginia has this kind of animosity towards Marylanders, the Yankees.
Yeah.
So I always play off of that, right? And I always talk about how I'm from Maryland and, how I wind up out here in West Virginia. I was looking for the Hagerstown outlets, and I made a wrong turn, and I've been, next thing I know, I'm in a club throwing up this white woman. And we actually got married 3 months later, and we had a good time. We had the big picket fence and mixed daughter with nappy hair and a racist dog named Oreo Cookie that only barked at me and my relatives. But no, I mean, I try to take as much inspiration from my life and add it into my jokes as possible.
Like real life.
Yeah.
I got you. Terric, same question to you. Let's talk a little bit about your approach to the stand-up role and how you go about, developing your live set.
Huh. Well, let's see. When I first came into the game, I was still trying to find my footing. Trying to figure out what I could do that's going to be different from the rest. When I first got into the game, I was trying to be this one, be this comedian, be this comedian, be this comedian. I was like, why not just be myself? So I didn't learn how to be myself until I came across a comedian in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania by the name of Jamil Peterson, Mr. Alcott Peterson. Very funny brother. He's going viral right now on YouTube and TikTok, and you got to go check him out. Very funny brother. But he was like, dude, just be yourself.
Yeah.
So I watched him perform, and I was like, this dude just does anything on stage. And I was like, you can do that? You can dance, you can do backflips, you can hump tables. and this is Jamil Peterson. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm already in theater. Right. I learned theater in school. So I'm like, okay, if I could bring theater to comedy, I can just do myself. So I have a long history of entertainment. So before I got out of high school, I got to stripping. I was an exotic dancer. So I was like, okay, what can I call myself that'll bring attention to comedy? And I call myself now the Playboy. So I think I'm the first person that's ever brought exotic X-rated comedy to comedy. So years ago, I used to do X-rated comedy shows, which not too many people knew about. So that's where the Playboy actually got really going. I was doing shows with my good brother out there in Rockville by the name of Daryl Klein. And we called it the Triple X Comedy Show. We'd have strippers, we have comedians.
I want you to,
So that's how the Playboy got really going and getting spicy.
No, I like that. So with you, Jerry, where would you like to see your comedy go? What opportunities are you looking for, and what's it like to build a following? Where are you at with getting people that are actually come out and listen to you?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, like Terric, after I attended the open mics, and it's kind of funny, right? Like, I actually attended the open mic I was telling you about that Greg ran, and I think like 2 weeks after that, I was on the show. And, that was kind of a gift and a curse. It was a gift because, wow, it was a great opportunity. We had great comedians on the card, such as Tay Boogie, Lonnie Davis, great friend of mine's now. But I didn't realize that, you don't usually do 2 open mics and then wind up on the show. Like, people go years and years of working on their craft and before they first get an opportunity to ever be on the show. Especially, I think it was even a paid show, so that was even more of a great opportunity. But that led me ultimately into starting to run my own shows as well, like Terric. And I've done a lot of the areas here in West Virginia. And I just took kind of about a year break just to kind of figure some things out and really take that time to really like look inside and really figure out where I want to go with my comedy, with performing. And luckily, it's been a great, time, a lot of inspiration, a lot of ideas has been floating in my head, and it's just trying to figure out how to put it all together now, right? Yeah. I think everyone's goal is to ultimately try to come up with that 45 minutes worth of material.
I got one more question for you before we plug the last 2 events that we have going on. Do you write your material down so you don't forget it? Tell me about that process. Yeah. Do you have a journal? Yeah. And then from the writing, do you start working out with a recorder? I mean, how do you get to where so you don't forget it?
Yeah, that's a great question. The best thing to do is when the idea hits you is to write it down. Yeah. Somehow you want to record that, because the way inspiration for me is an idea will come but if you don't write it down, it will go just as quickly, right?
Yeah.
So for me, in a technology era, so I just use my phone a lot of the times, and I go to my memo, and I would jot down an idea. For me, all I need is a word. So a lot of times, even, it's really two ways I've seen people do it. Either you can do an outline of just keywords to help you stay on track, or you can actually write out your whole set. I've done both. Personally, more in the past, I'm more of an outline person. I just need the concept of the joke, and then I can kind of go from there.
I gotcha. Let's plug the last two events that we have on the. We have, what is this, October 11th?
Yes. This is gonna be a fun one. Headline of the event. Oh, matter of fact, let's go to the date. October 11th, so on a Saturday at 7:00. Okay. We're going to be at Bad Habits. Like I said, we're coming to West Virginia, Martinsburg. Bad Habits, October 11th. We got the comedy duo of Connor Williams and Ace Jackson will be headlining the show. Got featuring on the show El Duque and my good brother. What's his name? I'm trying to remember his name. Help me out, Joe. You know what that brother is, man.
Richie Lamp.
Richie Lamp. There you go.
A Richie sighting.
Yeah, man. Wow. I'm the comedian resurrectionist. Yeah. So I'm bringing those guys back out, man. El Duque and Richie Lamp. They coming back out, man, and getting their feet wet back in the comedy game. So it's gonna be a fun event. October 11th at Bad Habits. Yep. So that's that one.
Yeah, I almost didn't recognize Richie with his shades on. That's
yeah.
And this is November 7th.
This is actually, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let y'all know, this is going to be actually my very last No Work All Play comedy show. I'm going to be transitioned over to just the Sip and Paint comedy shows after November. But this was actually be a fun one because this is my birthday month, November. I'm a Scorpio. I got my other brother one there, it's a Scorpio too. This going to be featured on the card. Bumpy G, Kenneth Bumpy G. He's going to be featured on the card. But great lineup. Oh my goodness. This is going to be fun.
And this one's also at Miso.
This was at Miso's Ballroom
in Cumberland.
Yep, November 7th. I got Sugar Brown headlining the event. If you don't know who she is, you might want to check her out. She's on YouTube. Very risque comedy. I got my brother Mike Ross coming out, stripper comedian. He's gonna come tear it up. It's gonna be, like I said, you see the name, the Sugar and Spice 50 Shades of Risque comedy show. So you already know what's going down. Got our brother on there. Got Tay Boogie on the card, Kool-Aid, Mr. Rod Uncensored. Got my band Dave Funny Man Green, and got my boy Chris Corey. That's your boy, Chris Corey.
He's funny as hell.
Yeah, he's on the card too. So
same invitation to him.
Yeah, so November 7th at 8 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. This is one you do not want to miss. Anything can happen at this show, and the Playboy is gonna be in full effect this show.
That's awesome. Nick, do you mind if we bring up the very first graphic that we used?
There's one more show that didn't mention that I did give a flyer for. October 24th, we're going to be at we're going to do a show for Mountain High Christian Bicyclist Club out in Oakland, Maryland, and comedian Ty Mack. He's from Def Comedy Jam and BT Comic View. He's gonna be headlining an event, so that's gonna be October 27th, and I think that's gonna be at 7 o'clock. It's a fundraiser event out in Oakland, Maryland.
And what's the date on that?
October 24th, and that's gonna be in Oakland, Maryland for the Mountainside Christian Bicyclist organization.
All right, I'm sorry about that. One more time with this. I want both of you guys to invite everyone out to the show at Bad Habits. This is here in Martinsburg. Let's plug this one. This is September 5th, really hard, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
All right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you see the flyer, the Laughing Your Ass Off comedy show is going down Friday, September 5th at 8 p.m. Great show. Headlining event is going to be Christy Miller, coming all the way from New York, so you better show your behind, get in the seats. She doesn't want to drive 5 hours up here and nobody's in the seats. Come and represent for her. She's been in the game over 20 years, over for the greats. Rest in peace to great Paul Mooney. She's over there for Paul Mooney. She's been on tour with Andrew Dice Clay. She's been on Boy Meets World. She's been at the Comedy Store, any and every comedy station she has been on across the world. You got Mr. Ronnie Long, Def Comedy Jam, BT Comic View, John the Preacher Thompson, America's Got Talent. He's opened up for some more. Gary Owens, you name it, he's done it. And like I said, that's the first brother I opened up for my very first comedy show. Much love. And lineup, AJ Tunnel Rat, Connor Williams, Ace Jackson, my boy Jerry Harper, myself. And also, I got to admit, I got 2 openers too. I didn't mention them. I got Dave Funnyman Green, he's going to open the show. And also when Polo King Cook is going to also be on the card. So it's going to be a fun night, man. It's going to be one of those shows that you're definitely not going to forget.
Jerry, as one of the performers on the bill, what do you want to tell the audience to get their asses
again,
out
like
there?
I said, full circle for me. Like I said, I started off at open mics at Dirty Dogs, owned also by George O'Connell. He owns Bad Habits. Got some great people on the lineup. I'm looking forward to it. Y'all not doing anything. Come on out. Have some fun. Right? You can only watch so much damn Netflix.
Yeah. Get your ass out. Yeah. For me, it's incredible to see local comedy. You know what I mean? I'm very familiar with the local music scene, metal, punk, acoustic, all that. We're so it was exciting to see something different and to see local comedy and see that you were bringing all these regional talents, national talents. If you're watching the episode, come out to Bad Habits. Check these guys out. It is a blast. I laughed my ass. What's the title of it? Wait. Laugh in your ass.
And that's what you're going to do. You're going to laugh your ass off.
Yeah.
And fall out your damn seat doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy we met, and I'm happy that I came out to the show. It's really a blast. I want you to know, Jerry, I'm looking forward to seeing you perform on September the 5th. I think it's going to be incredible. Tell our audience how they can follow you, anything that you want to plug, and same thing with you.
Okay. Also, I forgot, there's another show that I have not came out yet, but I'm going to let you know. November 1st, we're going to be back at Bad Habits again, do another paint and sip comedy show. I'm going to have my good brother, Jay Brooks. He's going to be headlining the event. I got, I forgot the other ones, but either way, November 1st, we're going to be at Bad Habits again on November 1st at 7 p.m. Bad Habits. I'll be dropping that flyer real soon. But other than that, you could catch me on YouTube, Facebook. Catch me on YouTube at EO Entertainment. EO Entertainment. No Work All Play Entertainment. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be closing. We're gonna be closing the No Work All Play thing down in November 7th. But we're still gonna be doing shows. Just be under the Sip and Dip comedy events thing. Start next year. I'm gonna be under that banner. Other than that, man, September 5th.
Yeah.
Come out.
Yes.
We're gonna have a blast.
It's
gonna be a fun event.
Yeah. Jerry?
Yeah, you can follow me on most of the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I believe, under Jerry L. Harper. When I'm not telling jokes and on stage, right now I currently run a local business called Merchant Serve. That's Serve without an E. It's a technology company that helps small, medium, and large businesses set up their point-of-sale system. So if you have a business, you have a credit card machine, but it's been a while since you reviewed your statement, I do a free audit for you, and we can see if you're paying too much and hitting in junk fees than you should be.
No, that's incredible.
Oh, yeah. You could also catch me on TikTok, too, and Terric, ThaPlayboy Higgins. There you go.
Can't forget TikTok.
Thank you guys both for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure, brother.
I wish you guys both success and longevity in your endeavors. I love the whole comedy thing, and I look forward to having you back. I would definitely love to do with Chris and JoJo, and we could even set up just do stand up with them. So, we'd like to do something a little bit different. Those guys,
that'd be nice.
Those guys are exceptionally funny. So September 5th, Bad Habits in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Everyone, please come out, support your local businesses, your local talent, and the incredible talent that you're bringing in from far away. So,
yes.
Please come out. I think that's about it, Nick. If you want to take us out.